Stranger Things isn't ending the way you think. Season 5 is about to drop twists no one's ready for, and I've got 10 wild theories that will flip your mind upside down. From Vecna's hidden endgame to an 11 twist nobody saw coming and a final shock that could rewrite everything we know about Hawkins, these are the theories that will make you question everything you've seen so far. We start with the biggest possible loss. This time, it is not about losing a person. It is about losing the entire town. Hawkins has been the heart of Stranger Things since Season 1, but each year the damage has grown worse. We have seen the secret lab breach in Season 1, the spreading tunnels in Season 2, also the Starcourt Mall explosion in Season 3, and finally the massive rift that tore through the streets at the end of Season 4. Many believe the only way to contain the Upside Down is to erase Hawkins completely, leaving it abandoned and sealed off forever. Imagine the place where it all began reduced to a poisoned wasteland, fenced away from the world, nothing more than a scar on the map. Victory could come at the cost of home itself. From the destruction of a town, we turn to the one person who might be able to save it. Eleven's abilities have always been both her strength and her burden. She lost them at the end of Season 3, fought to regain them through the Nina Project in Season 4, and faced Vecna in the most dangerous battle yet. We have already seen her stop rampaging demogorgons, rip buildings apart, and fight inside another person's mind. If her powers are still growing, she might unlock something even more extraordinary. Maybe the ability to bend time itself, or seal the gate forever. But every power has a cost. Season 5 could push her to a breaking point where saving the world means sacrificing herself completely. While 11 could be growing stronger, Max remains in silence. Her last moments in Season 4 were some of the most heartbreaking in the series. Her body was broken, her heart stopped, and even when brought back, she did not return to consciousness. Lucas confirmed she is in a coma, and the Duffer brothers have said she is brain dead but alive. Some believe Max's mind is trapped deep in Vecna's world, unreachable until he is destroyed. That could mean she will not return until the very final moments of the story. If she returns at all, if she does not survive, it will leave a wound in the group that never heals, and it will shape Lucas's story forever. From someone trapped between life and death to someone who might cross that line again. Eddie's death in Season 4 was devastating, but in Stranger Things, no goodbye feels permanent. We have seen the show bring back characters through visions, mindscapes, and memories, often blurring the line between reality and illusion. Vecna cannot raise the dead in the traditional sense, but the hive mind connection of the Upside Down could allow him to create visions so vivid they feel alive. Eddie's return could take two forms. In one, he appears as a guide to Dustin, offering courage in the darkest moments and reminding him why the fight matters. In the other, much darker path, Eddie comes back under Vecna's influence, a twisted shadow of himself used to emotionally break Dustin and the others. The first would be bittersweet, but the second would be brutal, forcing the group to confront their grief while battling something that looks like their friend but is no longer truly him. Either way, Eddie's presence would make the final fight more personal than ever before. If Eddie's return would bring emotional chaos, Callie's return would bring a whole new tactical advantage. Callie, or 008, is one of the most intriguing loose ends in the Stranger Things story. Taken from her family by Dr. Brenner just like 11, she developed the power to create illusions so real they can manipulate sight, sound, and even fear itself. She left Hawkins behind in Season 2, but the Duffer brothers have confirmed she is still alive somewhere, which means her story is far from over. If Callie returned in the final season, her illusions could be the perfect weapon against Vecna's psychological traps. She could make him see enemies that aren't there, mask the location of the heroes, or even trick him into revealing his weaknesses. Combined with 11's raw force, their teamwork could turn the tide of battle. There is also an emotional angle. Callie and 11 share the same trauma of the lab, but they chose different paths. Seeing them reunite could push both characters to confront who they've become, and it could give 11 a reminder that she is not fighting alone. And now, one of the most chilling possibilities, because it strikes at the youngest and most innocent. Holly Wheeler has always been a small presence in the show, but putting her in the center of the danger would shake the story to its core. Stranger Things has already shown Vecna targeting family members to cause maximum pain. Billy's possession in Season 3 tore Max apart, and Will's abduction in Season 1 drove Joyce to the edge of madness. If Holly were taken, it would create a new kind of urgency. Mike and Nancy would be pulled between saving her and stopping Vecna once and for all. The stakes would rise for every character, because a child that young has never been at the heart of the Upside Down's danger before. It would also make the fight more chaotic, because rescuing Holly could force the group to split up, risking their strength in numbers and leaving them more vulnerable than ever. From protecting a little sister figure to protecting the whole group, Steve Harrington has transformed from an arrogant high schooler into one of the most beloved protectors in the group. Across the seasons, he has repeatedly put himself in danger without hesitation, taking on demogorgons with a nail-studded bat, diving headfirst into tunnels, and fighting off swarms of bats to protect Nancy and the others. The sad truth is that characters with arcs as complete as Steve's often meet heroic ends. If the story wants to leave a lasting emotional mark, Steve laying down his life to save Dustin, the kids, or even Nancy would be one of the most powerful moments the series has ever delivered. It would hurt fans deeply, but it would also seal Steve's place in Stranger Things history as the ultimate guardian. If you think Vecna is the final boss, think again. The Upside Down is more than just Vecna's domain. It's a vast, unexplored world with dangers we have only glimpsed. Season 2 hinted at the monstrous Thessal Hydra in Will's drawing. Season 3 showed the Mind Flayer in a terrifying physical form, and Season 4 revealed that Vecna himself was once human. This opens the door to the possibility that there are older, more powerful forces still waiting in the shadows. If a second major villain emerged in the final season, it could completely disrupt the heroes' plans. They might think they are preparing for one last showdown with Vecna, only to discover they have been fighting a battle in a much bigger war. That kind of twist could raise the stakes beyond Hawkins and make the ending feel even more unpredictable. Speaking of double threats, Will Byers has always been the character most connected to the Upside Down. The Mind Flayer once used him as a host, and even after the possession ended, he retained the ability to sense when danger from the other side was near. Season 4 confirmed he could feel Vecna's presence without seeing him. This connection is a vulnerability that Vecna could exploit. He might manipulate Will's thoughts, send false visions, or even take partial control again without anyone realizing it. Will could start leaking information to the enemy, or leading the group into traps without knowing he's doing it. If the truth came out, the emotional impact would be huge. Mike, Jonathan, and the others would have to decide whether to fight Will to save themselves or risk everything to save him first. And finally, the theory no one wants but can't ignore. Stranger Things has taken bold steps before, but it has never killed off one of the original kids. That could change in the final season. Losing Lucas, Mike, Will, Eleven, or Dustin would be a gut punch to fans and would instantly make the ending unforgettable. The Duffer Brothers have said they want the finale to feel final and emotional. In many great stories, that means not everyone makes it out alive. The death of one of the main kids would show the real cost of the fight against the Upside Down and would ensure the ending is remembered for years to come. It would be the most brutal move the series has ever made, but also the most definitive way to say that no one is safe in Hawkins. Which of these theories do you think is most likely, and which one do you hope never happens? Let me know in the comments, because one thing's for sure, the truth is going to be stranger than we think.